Wolves are hunters. They hunt for survival. Beware of men who hunt for survival. Men who do not submit to any accountability structure. Men who are not rooted in any establishment. Men who are neither here or there. They are very dangerous and they can spin a surprise. Men that you cannot report to anyone. Men who are title driven. The leader of the packs of wolves is called Alpha. Imagine, God, they say, is Alpha and Omega, but wolves also have a title called Alpha for their leader. Diotrephes was an example of a man who was influenced by the spirit of wolf. He began well as a leader. Later, he became so concerned about his position, his influence and authority in the church, cutting off the leaders of the church. The best way to neutralize the activity of wolf and the spirit is by setting up a proficient accountability system or a strong administrative structure that keeps communication flow. The spirit of wolf is very sneaky. It could take the form of a sheep to strike. The Bible says they come in sheep clothing. This is why Jesus said you have to be wise as serpent and be harmless as dove to be able to counter the spirit of wolf. That means it takes two-dimensional strength to combat the spirit of wolf. What are those forces? Number one, the wisdom of the serpent and the harmlessness of the dove. Matthew 10:16. Jesus said, I sent you as a sheep among the wolves. Therefore, you must be wise as serpent and be harmless as dove. That means it takes a combination of two forces to be able to defeat the intelligence of wolf. One, a serpent lives in a state of alertness. Another word for alertness is discernment. As a leader, you must always be discerning, be proactive in discerning the intents and the motive of people even before they strike. That's one thing about the serpent. Serpent is sensitive to its environment. Secondly, a serpent does not rush blindly. We can call that strategic thinking. A serpent knows when to strike and when not to strike. So Ecclesiastes 3:7 says there's a time to talk and there's a time to refrain from talking. A leader must be very sensitive in knowing when to say something and when not to talk. Because if you miss the timing, you will lose the impact. Even Jesus hid himself when the tension was high. The thing we see in serpent is self-preservation. It doesn't give itself away to death cheaply. And as a leader, you must learn how not to give yourself away to public harassment, public assassination of character, and criticism. You must preserve your vision. Even Jesus hid himself when the tension was high. Serpent is an expression of sharp mind, while dove expresses a pure mind. Understand this. Wisdom is in the skill, not the morality. Somebody can be morally good and be stupid. So Jesus only captured the skills of serpent. The harmlessness of dove is expressed in the act of pure love, no manipulation, no corruption, no revenge, pure love. We want us to combine the intelligence, the smartness, and the skill of serpent and blend it with the pure heart. Combine the skill of the serpent with the pure heart of the dove. That's all it takes to combat and to demystify the activities of wolf in your system. Remember, the Bible says they come in sheep's clothing. Why? They are sneaky. They go camouflage and go through all the leadership structures just to strike. But if you are smart in mind, with your pure heart, you can detect them and eliminate them from your system. Thank you. I'll see you next time.